Episode 1 of Tulsa King Season 2 starts with Dwight behind bars. He speaks to a fellow suited guy called Harlan and explains how the rules of the joint work. You see, behind bars you need to show that you're not just going to roll over and take it. You need to fight back and send a message. And a perfect example of that is the loudmouth across the cell from them, running his mouth. Dwight knocks the guy out with a single punch and tells Harlan that given he has money and connections, he could probably hire someone to help him out. Dwight has taken a particular interest in this guy though, because he managed to scam the government out of millions thanks to his wind farm. Meanwhile, the rest of the group try to work out how to handle this Dwight mess. Bodie believes they need a contingency plan, including a lawyer. In court though, Dwight pleads not guilty, but his bail amount is set at $3 million, which is pretty steep. However, Tina steps up and puts up her house as collateral to get him out. When Stacy finds out about this, she is not happy. She's jittery and tries to get a transfer. On the way home, Tyson shows off his great driving again, losing the tail they have from the FBI and eventually making it back home, where Goody relinquishes his very brief stint as the interim boss. There's a new guy in the bar too, a man by the name of Bigfoot. Dwight agrees to hire him on board and they drink to their newfound partnership. As for Dwight though, he's thinking bigger now. After talking to Harlan about his scam, he thinks they could go straight-ish and act like politicians, bending the rules to fit them while seeming to do the right thing. The others agree and it seems like they're on. With their plan in motion, Dwight does speak to the FBI agents following him on the road. He's taken aback when they insinuate he's threatening Stacy, given she put him away, and warn Dwight to stay away from the ATF office. Well, he does, and shows up at Stacy's place instead. Dwight explains that he's not there to hurt her, but to look her in the eyes and speak the truth. He once felt something for her, but given their separate lives, they couldn't be together. He points out that they played her and she was used. It was nice while it lasted, Stacy, Dwight says, before leaving. Tyson sees the gun when he heads back into the car, but Dwight is quick to nip that in the bud and explain that he didn't kill Stacy. The pair joke about being a little bit crazy, and with that sorted, he has Tyson pick up some suits and get ready for a good night together. Nothing too crazy though, because this is all business of course. Speaking of which, alongside the casino, the weed shop is close to opening. Bodie explains a little about the insurance of the place and how they could be liable for stupid people being, well, stupid, especially if they get high in their establishment. Dwight though brings up his plan for the future. His idea is to basically piggyback on Harlan's business plan and take his subsidiaries to power the wind farm, which would, in turn, power their own hydroponic weed farm. With the basic outline of their business established, the gang show up that night to a big party. Their target, no, not to kill, don't worry, is a guy called Cal Thresher. He's the largest weed distributor in Oklahoma and they want to get on the right side of him as he could do wonders for their business. The wild card here though is Armand. He shows up drunk, bumping one of the cars outside. Dwight reminds him that he's representing their business as Armand explains he has family issues back home. He's too much of a wild card here, so Dwight tells him to leave. Cal Thresher is immediately on the back foot though when Dwight approaches. He believes Dwight is out to destroy his business. He knows everything about Dwight and warns him to stay in lane. Thresher antagonizes him and basically claims Dwight is all bark and no bite. Thresher is definitely not going to play ball here, and so it seems like our rivalry for season 2 is set up nicely. However, there's also the small situation involving Chicky to deal with too. As the episode closes out, alongside Cal making his move with one of the local businessmen, Goody is forced to listen as Jerry is shot dead. To be honest, if there's one creator right now you can always rely on to deliver the goods, it's Taylor Sheridan. Tulsa King is back and the first episode does a great job setting the scene for the new rivalry and drama to follow this year. There's a nice bit of closure between Stacy and Dwight too, which is very much needed after the way that season 1 ended, while the echoes of the past look set to bite Dwight in the arse, especially if Thresher continues to throw his weight around and hit out at Dwight's intent to expand. That chat between the two at the party was intense, and it helps that the entire scene is really well acted from start to finish. Ultimately, everything is set up nicely for the rest of the season. Next week's episode should be quite the dramatic follow-up, and I genuinely cannot wait to see where this one goes next. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.